morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is FX Passion broadcasting you live on YouTube, and this is Forex Trading Course 101. Remember, trading is a learnable skill when we learn in the correct way the MST. What is the MST? M stands for the market, S stands for the strategy, and the big one, right? T stands for the trader. So talking about the market and the strategy, everybody, we are trying to learn this with those modules in here, and we are going to learn about the trader in the future lessons in the Forex course 202. And that being said, everybody, what do champion traders say? Talking about trading, champion beginner traders always say, I am not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis, everybody. And of course, this is a quote from Mark Douglas. Hello Lucas, how are you? And I have my own quote here: when the market scares the hell out of you, don't be afraid to do the right thing. What are the right things to do, FX Passion? The right things to do are follow the rules, follow the concepts, follow your rules of your strategy, everybody. Those are the right things to do. And remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. The webinars are not trading or investment advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Either way, try to not trade, everybody, with the money you cannot afford to lose. And for homeworks or questions, here you have my Gmail contact, my Skype contact, and you can follow me on TradingView if you want. Now, before moving forward, everybody, take a screenshot, everybody, of this and tell me when you are done. Okay? Don't worry, everybody, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Okay? So type in the chat when you are done. Those are... because today we are going to learn about the Contrarian Fibonacci, and here you have the original Fibonacci. So what are the rules? One more time, what are the rules about the original Fibonacci? Number one, we use the original Fibonacci to determine trend direction. Number two, then we compare trend direction from the larger time frame to the lower time frame. Number three, the last thing we need to identify is in what zone are the Fibonaccis on the larger time frame and on the smaller time frame. So in a down Fibonacci we have what is called the dip, then we have the retracement, and then we have the extension, right? So we need to determine where are we talking in a higher time frame. Daily is just in an example. Lucas has done, thank you very much. 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, again, it's just an example. So we need to determine where are we. Okay, everybody? Because on the higher time frame we might be in an extension, but on the smaller time frame we might be still in a retracement. Hello, learn to trade. So rule: for high probability trades we should always enter in extensions and in the same direction. All the other trades are low probability trades, everybody. One more time: for high probability trades we should always enter in extensions and in the same direction. How to use the three Fibonaccis we are going to learn, okay, but talking about the original one, the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. The Fibonacci is stronger than the trend line. You want to buy or sell the C and take profit at the D, and you will find the C using the Contrarian Fibonacci. Okay, so type in the chat, everybody, you've took a screenshot of this. Type in the chat, type done. And remember, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Lucas says already done. Learn to trade, did take a screenshot so we can move forward. Done. Okay, now the next one, give me a second. Original Fibonacci 2 1. Okay, so now take a screenshot of this, everybody. This is the Contrarian Fibonacci. Okay, and we are going to learn about the Contrarian Fibonacci today. And number one, we use the Contrarian Fibonacci to, number one, to trade retracements, and number two, to find the C of the original Fibonacci. Okay, so yesterday we left on, yeah, we're going to get back, don't worry. Yesterday we left on AUD USD daily chart, right? And the market broke our down Fibonacci, original one, so it's not valid anymore, right? Not valid. And we are going to start drawing our up Fibonacci, right? Why is that? Because the market broke our ABCD. Where is the B? The market broke our down Fibonacci. Well, ABCD, right? So this would be A, and the B, let me see, where is the B? A, B, C, D. So this would be the B. Everybody, I'm going to go swiftly, right? So low to high, A, B, C, D. This would be our C. This would be, is this a high? High, let me see here. Is this a high? So 66800, 6682. So it's not a high, and the next is going to be the next one. One more, there you go. So this is the new Fibonacci A, B, C, D. There you go. And let me see, everybody, if, okay, one more time, right? So A goes to B, and I mean A goes to C, and yes, this is a high. So this is going to be our next Fibonacci. Passion, on what currency pair are we? AUD USD daily chart, everybody. AUD USD, there you go. Okay, everybody, so this is our Fibonacci. So delete this one, this is the A, this is the B, right? Now this is the C, and green goes to green so far. This is the D, okay? Now we have, remember everybody, we have a down Fibonacci, talking about AUD USD, we have a down Fibonacci on the monthly, we have a down Fibonacci on the weekly, okay, but we have an up Fibonacci from the daily, okay? Now don't panic, because we are going to learn today the Contrarian Fibonacci and the rules. Remember, number one, we are using the Contrarian, number one, to trade retracements if you want, but retracements are risky. And number two, we are using the Contrarian Fibonacci to find the C of the original Fibonacci. Okay, now what does this mean? This means that, okay, now for example, we have two Fibonacci's going up, right? We have two Fibonacci's going up, okay, and this is our A down here, and text up in here, this is our B, and text, this is our B in here. Okay, now when the Fibonacci is going to start the retracement, and let's say that this Fibonacci on the left did something like this, and the Fibonacci on the right side did something like this. Okay, now what is the contrarian Fibonacci? The contrarian Fibonacci is nothing more, okay, a Fibonacci sequence that is going in the opposite direction than the original Fibonacci. Let's write this down. The contrarian Fibonacci is nothing more than a Fibonacci that is going in the opposite direction than the original Fibonacci. Okay, everybody, the contrarian Fibonacci is nothing more than a Fibonacci that is going in the opposite direction than the original Fibonacci. So if the original Fibonacci is going up, then logically the contrarian Fibonacci should go down, right? Yes, sir. If the original Fibonacci is going up, then logically the contrarian Fibonacci needs to go down. Now this is the good news. We are going to draw the contrarian Fibonacci, everybody, using the same rules. So remember the what is the A, what is the B, what is the C, what is the D? Well, we're going to use the same rules drawing the contrarian Fibonacci, everybody. Okay, so on the chart would be something like this. So I'm going to use so this would be my, you can number the contrarian Fibonacci as it pleases you, but I'm using the sub A, and this is going to be my what is called sub B. Okay, everybody, sub A, sub B, and I'm going to draw my contrarian Fibonacci in the opposite direction. Oh, edit levels, Fibo contrarian, and you can color code it, everybody, with different colors so that the picture is going to be clear. Okay, so this would be one. I have the sub A, sub B. Now on the right side I'm going to do the same, but let's say that my contrarian Fibonacci is something like this. Okay, so I'm going to have sub A again going down, and I'm going to have a sub B going down too. Now if the original Fibonacci yes, let's go very slowly. If the original Fibonacci have the A, B, C, D, then the contrarian Fibonacci is going to have the sub A, sub B, sub C, sub C in here, you know, and on the right side too, you know, is going to have the sub C, and if it does have the sub A, sub B, sub C, then it must have also what? The sub D, correct? Okay, everybody, so the original Fibonacci has the A, B, C, D, right? This would be the original Fibonacci. Edit levels, change colors, there you go. And then you have the contrarian Fibonacci which goes in the opposite direction, okay, and is going to have the sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D. You can name it 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, whatever. There is no right or wrong, everybody. Okay? So we have an up Fibonacci going long, and we have a contrarian Fibonacci. Everybody, give me a second. Somebody, I need to take something. Okay, sorry about that. We are back. So we have an up Fibonacci and we have a contrarian Fibonacci that is going against the original Fibonacci, talking about direction. And we are talking about having a sub A, sub B, sub C, right? Now, if you look on the left side, everybody, okay, and number one, when we talk about the original Fibonacci, okay, and when we talk about the contrarian Fibonacci, we must understand that those are two different patterns, okay? Those are two different patterns. And if you look left, everybody, talking about the sub A, sub B, sub C, tell me, everybody, is the projected the extension of the contrarian Fibonacci inside or outside the original Fibonacci? Passion, can you repeat, please? Yes, sir. Just give me a second. Projected the extension. Okay, so when we look at the left example, everybody, here is the question. Talking about the contrarian Fibonacci, is the projected the extension inside or outside the original Fibonacci? This is the question. Okay, what do you think, everybody? Please type in the chat. Hello, Allah, how are you? Talking about the contrarian Fibonacci, the colors are blue, white, yellow and violet, everybody. Talking about the contrarian Fibonacci, is the projected the extension of the original of the Contrarian Fibonacci inside or outside the original Fibonacci? Passion, I don't understand. Okay, so is the projected the extension inside or outside the AB boundary of the original Fibonacci? Luca says inside. Very good. Okay. Now, what about the right picture? So I'm going to clone. Okay. And I'm going to improve my English, everybody. So is the projected the extension inside or outside the AB boundary of the original Fibonacci? What about the right picture? Learn to trade, talking about the first one, inside. Yes, sir, everybody. Inside, correct. What about the second one, everybody? So, one more time, we need to understand that the original Fibonacci is one pattern, okay? And the contrarian Fibonacci is another pattern, okay? Those are two different patterns. Oh, but the contrarian Fibonacci is a part of the original one. Yes, sir. This is true. The contrarian Fibonacci is a structural part of the Fibonacci, the original one. But talking about trading retracements, everybody, those are two different patterns, okay? Now, where is the projected the extension, everybody? On the right side. If violet goes to violet, where is the projected the extension? On the picture on the right. Is the projected the extension inside or outside the AB boundary of the original Fibonacci? What do you think? Passion, this is too complicated. Well, everybody, somebody's writing this comment on the other streaming platform. You are not going to see this comment on YouTube. Well, everybody, you don't need to use the contrarian, okay? But at least you are going to learn. Okay? Take what you like, trade what you understand, okay? And just reject what you don't understand. It's not a problem. Lucas says outside in the second. Very good. So, for those guys who are late to the party today, everybody, let's go step by step. The contrarian Fibonacci is nothing more than a Fibonacci that is going in the opposite direction than the original Fibonacci. Okay? This is one. And we use the contrarian Fibonacci to, number one, trade retracements, which is risky, and number two, to find the C of the original Fibonacci. What does this mean? Now, listen to me very carefully, everybody. Watch this webinar 2 or 3 times, okay? Those are Fibonacci rules, okay? Those are Fibonacci rules. So, and this is the rule. Okay, Fibonacci trading rule. So Fibonacci trading rule. When we find a contrarian Fibonacci that has a projected the extension out of the AB boundary, that means that we have found what is called a confirmed C. Oh, let's put this up in here, right? Okay. Stay with me, everybody. Stay with me. Give me a second. Black, there you go. Okay? Fibonacci trading rule. When we find a contrarian Fibonacci, and this is a contrarian Fibonacci, that has a projected the extension, this is the contrarian Fibonacci, this is the projected the extension of the contrarian Fibonacci out of the AB boundary, and here is, if this is the D, violet goes to violet, this projected the extension, it's out of the AB boundary of the original Fibonacci. That means that we have found what it's called a confirmed C. Okay? Confirmed, not confirmed sub C, but a confirmed C. Okay? Now, so this sub B of the contrarian Fibonacci, everybody, this is a confirmed C of the original one. Confirmed C of the original Fibonacci. Okay? Now, Pesh, I don't understand. Everybody, don't freak out. We're going to explain everything. Stay with me, okay? So, one more time. When we find the contrarian Fibonacci that has a projected the extension out of the AB boundary of the original one, that means that we have found what it's called a confirmed C of the original Fibonacci. Confirmed C of the original Fibonacci. Okay, this pointing here, it's a confirmed C. Now, what is the logic? Why are we calling this a confirmed C? Okay, so we have a original Fibonacci going up. It's just an example, it could go down too. We have an original Fibonacci going up, everybody, and this is the mark. It is just an example, Fibonacci retracement tool. This is the contrarian Fibonacci. This is the contrarian Fibonacci. Tell me, everybody, if you look at the contrarian Fibonacci, if the market hits the projected the extension, is the contrarian Fibonacci going to break the original, yes or no? So this is the A of the original one. This is the B of the original one. And here we have sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D, right? So we have the sub A up in here, clone, edit label sub B, clone sub C, and one more time clone sub D. Okay? Sub A, sub B, sub C, projected sub D. So edit label one more time, projected sub D. Down in here. Good news, everybody, don't freak out, the same rules apply, the same risk, extension, retracement, extension. We are just color coding Fibonacci's differently to stay clear on what we are talking about. Okay? So A, B, C, D is the original one, and this one is the contrarian, and here is the question. Okay? If the market hits the projected sub D, is the market going to break the A of the original Fibonacci? Yes or no? This is the question. Look at the chart. Look at the contrarian Fibonacci. Look at the original Fibonacci. The original Fibonacci being the blue, green, red. The contrarian Fibonacci being the violet, yellow and white. And we have a question. If the market hits the projected sub D, is the market going to break the A of the original Fibonacci? And Lucas says no, exactly. See everybody, this is why, this is why this market, it doesn't really matter how it moves. This is why, now, if you understand this everybody, tell me, is this C, talking about the original one, confirmed yes or not? So answering the question, if the market hits the projected sub D extension, is the market going to break the A of the original Fibonacci? And Lucas says no, Learn to Trade says no. Good. Now, so if the market is not going to break the A, is this C, capital C, confirmed? Yes or no? Because when we say that the C is confirmed, this means that the original Fibonacci is going to high probability rate, 80%, is going to reverse. In other questions, everybody, can this market fall more without taking out the Fibonacci, the original one? Can this market retrace us further down without taking out our pattern? Yes or no? And we've been telling you everybody, if this is your first time with us, please go back to Duca's Copy YouTube webinar page and start to watch lesson number 1, what is market structure, because this knowledge about the Fibonacci is challenging if you don't have the prior knowledge, if you didn't learn about the market wave. Passion, this is too difficult. Well, let's make it easier, right? This is the original Fibonacci in an upswing. Okay? And this is the retracement. Can the market falls further down? Yes or no? What do you say, everybody? See, we learned about the market wave extension, retracement, right? And we learned the rules about the extension and the retracement. Now here is the question. Can this market falls further down without taking out our pattern? Can the market go further down? Can the market retrace us further down without taking out our pattern, without taking out our A, without taking out our extension? Yes or no? Come on everybody, it's a simple question. Can the market goes further down? You can type in the chat yes, you can type in the chat no, you can type in the chat I don't know. What do you think? And remember, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Yes it can, exactly, sure, yes it can. Right? Yes it can. So if the market hits the projected sub D, and this is the projected sub D, let's make it violet, is the market going to break the A of the original Fibonacci? Then the answer is no. So this means that the market can fall, right? And this is the market, and then the market is going to retrace, and we are going to readjust the same way we did with the original Fibonacci. We are going to readjust our contrarian Fibonacci. This is the good news. The rules are the same. So sub A goes to sub C and sub B goes to sub D. And the projected sub D is down in here. Everybody. And our C is down in here, right? Now, the same question. If the market hits the projected sub D, everybody, is the market going to break the A of the Fibonacci original one? Yes or no? And remember, we talked about that we are using the Contrarian Fibonacci. We're going to use the Contrarian Fibonacci to trade the retracements. Oh, this is something interesting, right? So, talking about trading the Fibonacci sequence, we could trade the first retracement. Can we trade the second retracement? And it's all in here, the risk-reward ratio and the probability and the technical risk, it's all in here in this simple question. You know? And Lucas says not yet. Exactly. So if the market hits the projected sub D, is going to the market to break the A of the original Fibonacci? Not yet. Exactly. So let's see that the market went down, falling down, it hit the sub D, right, and then start to retrace again. Okay, and we are going to readjust our Contrarian Fibonacci one more time. Sub A goes to sub C, and sub B goes to sub D, and this is our C, by the way. You know, and this is our sub C. What about now? If the market hits the projected sub D, is the market going to break the A of the original Fibonacci? Everybody? If the market hits the projected D extension, the projected sub D of the Contrarian Fibonacci, is the market going to break the A of the original Fibonacci? Yes or no? Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Okay. Now, here is the question. Between the original Fibonacci and the Contrarian Fibonacci, who is stronger? And don't worry, everybody, we are going to spend a few hours talking about the Contrarian in relationship to the original one, okay? Some of you are crying, oh, this is too difficult, this is too confusing to understand. Okay, don't freak out, we are going to learn this. You know, watch these webinars 2 or 3 times. I'm not joking, everybody. Okay, let's go back to the previous question. If the market hits the projected sub D, is the market going to break the A of the original Fibonacci? Yes, yes, yes. Now, between the original Fibonacci and the Contrarian, who is stronger? Who is stronger? The extension or the retracement? Who is stronger? Everybody, who is stronger? The extension or the retracement? This is the market wave, how it works. Don't confuse the two. The market wave is not the Fibonacci is not the market wave, but those two tools or patterns work in the same way. Between the extension and the retracement, who is stronger? Original Fibonacci is more stronger. Exactly. So when you find this Contrarian Fibonacci with the projected D extension, above or below the capital A, should you take this trade, yes or no? Oh my god, right? So if the original Fibonacci, capital A, capital B, capital C, is stronger than the contrarian Fibonacci, and you are trading a retracement, and your projected sub D is above or below the capital A, and the capital A is stronger, should you enter this trade, yes or no? Oh my, this is why I was losing, right? And Lucas is asking, so can we trade contrarian Fibonacci until it confirms the C of the original? Absolutely yes, this is the point today, everybody. So this is a rule. When we find the confirmed C, and we're going to, let's write this down, right? Okay. This is the contrarian Fibonacci. Do we have a rule about the confirmed C? When we find a contrarian Fibonacci that has a projected extension out of the AB boundary, that means that we have found what it's called a confirmed C. Okay, everybody? This is the lesson today. And I don't know where to put it, not to be too messy. Oh, great, right? And so what you should learn today, everybody, when we find a contrarian Fibonacci that has a projected extension out of the AB boundary, that means that we have found what is called a confirmed C. One more. A confirmed C has a probability of 80% when the non-confirmed non-confirmed C has a probability of 50%. I think I'm going to watch this webinar 5 times. Very good. I have a comment on the other streaming platform. I think I'm going to watch this webinar 5 times. Very good. A confirmed C has a probability of 80% when the non-confirmed C has a probability of 50%. What does this mean? This means that, one more time, right? This means that you have an original Fibonacci going up like this, and you have another Fibonacci on another currency pair or another time frame going up too, and one Fibonacci is going to have a confirmed C and another one is not going to have a confirmed C. So this would be, on the left you have a non-confirmed C, and on the right you have a confirmed C, and both are going to start making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. What is the probability, everybody, of one or the other being a successful trade according to the Fibonacci? Oh, right. So this is the A. You have two charts, sometimes on the same currency pair, sometimes on different currency pairs, different time frames. You know, this is a C not confirmed. Why? Because the Contrarian Fibonacci is still inside the AB boundary. The extension of the Contrarian Fibonacci is still inside the AB boundary. This one has a confirmed C. Confirmed C. Confirmed. Okay. Oh my god, right? Is this something of value, everybody? Is this something of value? You have an up Fibonacci on one time frame or one currency pair and you don't have a confirmed C, and the market's making stop the retracement. You know, the market stopped the, so this was from before, right? The market stopped the retracement. You know, it's not making lower lows, lower highs anymore. It's not making lower lows, lower highs anymore. It's making higher highs, higher lows. And you go long in here on the counter trend line break, bullish candlestick formation, past support, and you are going here long. And you have another Fibonacci on another currency pair, or maybe the same currency pair but different time frame, but it has a confirmed C, and start making higher highs, higher lows similarly to the Fibonacci on the left, meaning you are going to enter with the same convergences, counter trend line break, bullish candlestick formation, past support, but because the Fibonacci on the left has a not confirmed C and the Fibonacci on the right has a confirmed C, what is the difference in probability of those two trades? Oh, right? Everybody? Those are the rules about talking about the Fibonaccis. Lucas, so we have a confirmed C in the AUD USD monthly. This is AUD USD monthly chart, and let's draw the Contrarian Fibonacci. Yes, Lucas, congratulations. Congratulations. Everybody. Everybody, is this a confirmed C? Oh my god, if I would know this before, I would short the market already. Now you know it, everybody. Now you know it. Oh my gosh. This is how it works. Yes, sir. You can trade with confidence, everybody. Remember, Fibonacci is not 100%. But you can trade with confidence. This was an 80% trade. Do you understand this, everybody? Talking about the Fibonacci's, it still is. Risk-reward ratio is changing, but this was an 80% entry. Huge probability. Sir, we have a confirmed down Fibonacci C in AUD monthly and not a down Fibonacci on daily. So what is about it? Step by step, Lucas. What can I tell you is that the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Great question, Lucas. Who is stronger, the original Fibonacci from the monthly or the original Fibonacci from the daily? Everybody. Who is stronger? Who is stronger? The original Fibonacci on the monthly going down or the original Fibonacci on the daily going up? Who is stronger? So this is the monthly, and talking about the weekly, right? This is the weekly. Let's see if we have a confirmed C from the weekly too. A, sub A, sub B, sub A, sub B. Okay, everybody. Is this a confirmed C from the weekly? Everybody? Do we have a confirmed C from the weekly? Yes or no? Do we have a confirmed C from the weekly? The market didn't hit, not yet. No, it's not a confirmed C from the weekly, right? And talking about the daily, finally, everybody please watch this webinar 2 or 3 times and pause the video and take screenshots, okay? Now we have the AB, this is our C, okay? Now how to draw the Fibonacci, the contrarian one? We are going to use the same rules. If the A is the highest high or the lowest low, if the absolute high or absolute low, starting point of some pattern, then what is the sub A? What is the sub A? Where the contrarian Fibonacci goes in the opposite direction. It's the same, right? Exactly, the monthly is stronger. So this is the sub A. It's going to be the, so if we have an up Fibonacci original one, now we are looking for a contrarian. What is the sub A? The sub A is going, so this is the sequence, right? If you are wondering where should I start from the B high, should I start from this high, should I start from this high, you know, the same rules apply. The sub A is the highest point, is the highest high, is the absolute high, is the starting point of a pattern. So this is the sub A, okay, referring to the original one. Then what is the sub B? The sub B is the first low as soon as possible after the sub A. This is the sub B. What is the sub C, everybody? The sub C is the deepest point, is the highest point inside the sub A, sub B boundary before the market hits the appropriate sub D extension, exactly. So this is the sub C, and the projected sub D, violet goes to violet. I encourage you, everybody, if you are going to use the contrarian, you can choose not to. Okay, you can choose not to, but if you are going to use the contrarian Fibonacci, I encourage you to color code differently the Fibonacci. So you have the sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D, and sub A goes to sub C. Oh, but it's all the same. Yes, it is. This is the good news. It's all the same. Just in the opposite direction. So this is the new sub A and new sub B, right? And this is our new sub C, and this is our new sub D down in here. So one more time, sub A goes to sub C, right? And sub B goes to sub D. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you have it, everybody. This is the sub A, sub B. Okay? And this is the sub C, and this is the projected sub D. Everybody, now maybe it's going to be too complicated for today. Tell me, everybody, is the market, talking about AUD USD daily chart, Is the market making higher highs, higher lows, or is the market making lower lows, lower highs? Everybody? Is the market making lower lows, lower highs, or is the market making higher highs, higher lows? And the next question is, if you want to go long on the original Fibonacci, and you can, do you have a confirmed C, yes or no? Everybody, 2 more questions. Do we have a confirmed C to go long? Do we have a confirmed C to go long? And next, if we go long, what is the probability of this trade in percentage? Take a screenshot of this, everybody. Do we have a confirmed C to go long? Without bothering that the monthly is down and without bothering that the weekly is down, just approaching the daily, you know, because most of you are trading from the 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart. Do we have a confirmed C to go long, yes or no? Everybody, we have 4 more minutes, come on. Type in the chat, yes or no. And if you find value, please give it a thumb up. If you don't find value, give it a thumb down, not a problem. We're here to learn too, how to help you. Everybody, do we have a confirmed C to go long? Not exactly, no. So if we don't have a confirmed C, what is the probability of this trade? It's a 50% rate. Everybody, would you enter a... Oh, but the market's making higher highs, higher lows. Would you enter a 50% rate? Not confirmed, yes sir. Now here is the challenging part, everybody. Passion, are you telling me that I should not enter 50% rates? Absolutely no. I'm not telling this. You can enter a 50% rate. But if you can choose, everybody, if you have 10 Fibonacci's and some of them have a confirmed C, some of them don't have a confirmed C, I would suggest you go first with the confirmed Cs. Down, yes sir. So everybody, when you have an up Fibonacci on the daily, you know, and it doesn't have a confirmed C, this is a 50% rate. And I don't care what expert advisor, robot, signal service you are using, this is a 50% rate, everybody. Talking about the Fibonacci's. Okay? Okay, everybody, our time is up. See you back tomorrow with another lesson. Remember, if you need help, ask for help. Okay? Tomorrow, one more time. Okay? We're going to show you the pictures. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this one, you can take a screenshot of this one. Until tomorrow, stay strong and trade with passion.